Music swells, a cinematic blend of soft piano and pulsing strings, evoking curiosity and urgency. What if the key to a vibrant, longer life isn't buried in a doctor's prescription or a gym membership you never use? What if it's hiding in the mundane moments of your morning routine, in the corners of your body you barely notice? Close your eyes and picture this: you're 85, bounding out of bed with the energy of someone half your age, your mind sharp, your body strong, while others your age limp through their days, battling fatigue, infections, and a creeping sense of decline. Is it luck? A genetic jackpot? Or could it be something as ordinary as how you care for your body, starting today? We all have our rituals. A quick shower, a swipe of deodorant, a toothbrush across our teeth, maybe a splash of cologne before heading to the office or the backyard barbecue. We think we've nailed it, that we're doing everything right. But here's a truth that hits like a thunderclap: there are 5 body parts, 5 critical, overlooked areas, that most of us, especially as we age, are neglecting. And this isn't just about a little embarrassment at the next family reunion. Ignoring these spots can unleash a cascade of health disasters: chronic inflammation that gnaws at your vitality, infections that weaken your defenses, even conditions that could cut years off your life. Cutting-edge research is sounding the alarm: poor hygiene in these hidden areas might be quietly fueling heart disease, diabetes complications, and cognitive decline. The stakes are nothing short of life or death. But here's the twist that changes everything: fixing this doesn't demand hours of your day or a fortune in products. It takes mere minutes, a handful of deliberate, practical habits that can supercharge your energy, sharpen your focus, and add years to your life. I didn't grasp the magnitude of this until I sat down with Dr. Abigail Monroe, a geriatric specialist with over 35 years of experience guiding older adults to thrive, not just survive. Her words were a wake-up call, flipping everything I thought I knew about hygiene upside down. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on these 5 forgotten body parts and sharing simple, science-backed steps to care for them. Stick with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll be armed with knowledge that could transform how you feel, how you move, how you live. You'll notice fresher breath, steadier steps, deeper sleep, and a spark of confidence you didn't know you'd lost. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor: if you're ready to rewrite the story of your health, hit that like button. It helps share this life-altering wisdom with others. And if you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could redefine your future. Now, let's start with a body part you use every single day but probably never think to clean properly: your tongue. Imagine your kitchen after a big Sunday brunch: pancake batter on the counter, coffee stains in the sink, crumbs scattered across the floor. You'd scrub it spotless, right? But what if there was one surface, a critical one, caked in grime, bacteria, and leftover food, and you just ignored it? That's exactly what's happening inside your mouth if you're not cleaning your tongue. Your tongue isn't just a muscle for tasting your grandma's apple pie or singing along to Springsteen. It's a thriving ecosystem, home to over 700 types of microorganisms. Some are allies, keeping your mouth healthy. Others? They're silent saboteurs, multiplying in the shadows, ready to wreak havoc. Here's where the plot thickens, and it's downright chilling. Harmful bacteria from your tongue can slip into your bloodstream through tiny cuts or inflamed gums, something older adults face more often as gums recede. New studies are raising red flags, linking poor tongue hygiene to heart disease, diabetes complications, even respiratory infections that could land you in the hospital. A dirty tongue doesn't just cause trouble below the surface. It dulls your sense of taste, so that juicy burger or fresh summer peach tastes bland, like you're eating through a fog. It weakens your immune system, leaving you vulnerable to every germ floating around the grocery store. And let's talk about the elephant in the room: chronic bad breath. No amount of gum or mouthwash can mask it if the source is a tongue coated in bacteria. Think of your tongue like the air filter in your car. Drive for years without cleaning it, and the engine chokes, spewing dirty air. Your body's the same. Neglect your tongue, and you're circulating stale, unhealthy energy through every cell. But here's the good news, and it's a game changer: cleaning your tongue is simple, fast, and costs next to nothing. Grab a tongue scraper. Think of it as a tiny windshield wiper for your mouth, available for a few bucks at any drugstore or online. Hold it gently and glide it from the back of your tongue to the front, like wiping dust off your dashboard. Don't press too hard, you're not sanding a deck, just clearing the gunk. Repeat 3 or 4 times, and you'll see a thin film, white, yellow, sometimes a little gross, come off. That's the bacteria, dead cells, and debris you don't want camping out in your body. Rinse with water or an antibacterial mouthwash to flush it all away, like hosing down a patio after a storm. Timing matters. Scrape first thing in the morning, before your coffee, to clear the bacterial buildup from sleep. Then, do a lighter pass before bed, when your tongue's a bit tender from a day of talking, eating, and living. The rewards? They're almost magical. After just a few weeks, flavors explode. Your morning oatmeal, a slice of pizza, even a glass of water tastes crisper, like you've turned up the volume on your senses. Your immune system gets a breather, redirecting energy to fight bigger battles, so you feel less sluggish at that afternoon book club or pickup basketball game. And bad breath? It vanishes, replaced by a quiet confidence in every conversation. Take Sarah Thompson, a 68-year-old retired schoolteacher from Ohio. She'd always been diligent about brushing, but her tongue? Never crossed her mind. After years of feeling like food tasted flat, she tried tongue scraping. Within 3 months, she was savoring flavors she hadn't noticed since her 40s, fresh strawberries, her husband's lasagna, even the tang of lemonade. At her next dental checkup, her dentist couldn't believe it: less plaque, healthier gums, a mouth that looked years younger. Then there's Michael Rivera, a 72-year-old former auto mechanic from Texas. For decades, decades, he battled chronic bad breath, despite brushing, flossing, and chewing mints like they were candy. It was humiliating. Conversations with his grandkids, coffee with friends, all tainted by self-consciousness. He was skeptical when a friend suggested tongue scraping, thinking, what difference could it make? But after just 2 weeks, the problem was gone. He could laugh freely, hug his family without worry, and feel like himself again. "It's like I got a piece of my life back," he told me, his voice thick with emotion. If you've got a sensitive gag reflex, start scraping from the middle of your tongue and ease back as you get comfortable. Keep an eye out for warning signs: persistent soreness, white patches, or odd discoloration. These could signal something deeper, so don't hesitate to call your doctor. This 3-minute habit isn't just about hygiene, it's about reclaiming joy, confidence, and health you didn't know you'd lost. Now, let's shift gears to another unsung hero of your body, your feet. Every day, they carry you through life, hauling groceries, chasing after grandkids, or just getting you to the mailbox. They're the foundation of your mobility, your independence. Yet most of us treat them like an afterthought. A quick rinse in the shower, maybe a dab of lotion if we're feeling fancy, and that's it. But here's the sobering reality: neglecting your feet isn't just about rough heels or a little discomfort. It's a ticking time bomb that could steal your freedom. Poor foot hygiene can spark infections, nerve damage, even diabetic complications that could lead to ulcers or, in the worst cases, amputations. As we age, circulation slows, and your feet become the body's early warning system. Swelling, cold toes, redness, or a burning sensation aren't just annoyances. They could signal cardiovascular trouble, diabetes, or neuropathy, a nerve condition that messes with balance and movement. Dr. Abigail Monroe, the geriatric expert, puts it in terms that hit home: your feet are like the foundation of a house. If it's cracked or crumbling, everything above, your knees, your hips, your heart, starts to falter. For anyone over 50, foot health isn't just about comfort, it's about staying in the driver's seat of your life. Neglecting your feet puts you at risk for falls, chronic pain, and swelling that makes every step a chore. For diabetics, the stakes are even higher. Small infections can escalate fast, threatening mobility and independence. So, how do you care for your feet the right way? It's not about standing under the shower and hoping water does the magic. Sit down, grab a shower chair or a small stool for comfort, and arm yourself with a soft washcloth and mild soap. Wash the tops, soles, and sides of your feet, paying laser-focused attention to the spaces between your toes. That's where bacteria and fungi set up camp, like mold in a damp basement. Think of it like cleaning the slats of a Venetian blind, miss one, and grime festers. Use warm water, not hot, to avoid drying out your skin, which can crack and invite infections. Take your time, this isn't a race. Make it a moment of self-care, like tending to a garden you want to thrive. Washing is only half the equation. Drying your feet is where most people drop the ball, and it's a costly mistake. Picture this, you've just washed a stack of dishes. Would you put them away dripping wet, letting water pool in the crevices? Of course not, that's a recipe for mold and stink. Your feet work the same way. If you leave them damp, especially between the toes, you're rolling out the red carpet for fungi and bacteria. Meet Robert Callahan, a 74-year-old retired firefighter from Colorado. He thought a quick rinse was enough until he noticed an odd discoloration between his toes. A doctor's visit revealed a fungal infection, common in older adults, especially those whose feet spend hours in socks and shoes, a warm, moist paradise for germs. Left unchecked, it could have spread, causing painful cracks or sores. But once Robert committed to washing and thoroughly drying his feet every night, the infection cleared in weeks. Better yet, his balance improved, the nagging ache in his steps vanished, and he felt a surge of strength, like he could tackle a hike with his grandkids again. Here's how to dry like a pro. Grab a soft, clean towel, consider keeping one just for your feet to avoid cross-contamination. Dry every inch, tops, bottoms, and especially between the toes. Lift each toe gently and dab firmly, but don't scrub like you're sanding a floor. The goal is to banish every drop of moisture. Once dry, moisturize the tops and soles with a small dab of lotion to keep skin soft and prevent painful cracks, like chapped lips in winter. But here's the crucial part, never put lotion between your toes. That's like pouring water back into the cracks you just dried, inviting fungi to the party. It's a balancing act, hydration where needed, dryness where it counts. Don't stop there. Make daily foot inspections your new ritual, like checking your car's dashboard for warning lights. Look for redness, swelling, pale or dark spots, cuts, or tingling sensations. These aren't just quirks, they're your body's SOS, signaling issues like poor circulation, infections, or diabetes complications. Robert learned this the hard way, but catching his infection early saved him from months of pain. If something feels off, persistent soreness, sores that won't heal, or cold toes that don't warm up, call your doctor. Early action can mean the difference between a quick fix and a life-altering problem. Next, let's talk about a body part you probably think you've got covered, your armpits. For most of us, armpits are just about sweat and smell, a quick swipe of deodorant before heading to the office or a tailgate party, and we're golden. But brace yourself, because your underarms are far more than a deodorant commercial. They're a hub of lymph nodes, tiny but mighty structures that filter toxins, drain waste, and keep your immune system in fighting shape. Neglect them, and sweat, bacteria, and deodorant residue pile up, clogging pores and triggering itchy rashes, irritation, or even painful infections. Over time, this buildup can inflame lymph nodes, throwing your body's detox system into chaos. Dr. Laura Bennett, a lymphatic health expert, breaks it down. Your armpits are like your body's plumbing. Clog them with gunk, and toxins back up, dragging down your immune system and leaving you vulnerable. Don't stop there. Make daily foot inspections your new ritual, like checking your car's dashboard for warning lights. Look for redness, swelling, pale or dark spots, cuts, or tingling sensations. These aren't just quirks, they're your body's SOS, signaling issues like poor circulation, infections, or diabetes complications. Robert learned this the hard way, but catching his infection early saved him from months of pain. If something feels off, persistent soreness, sores that won't heal, or cold toes that don't warm up, call your doctor. Early action can mean the difference between a quick fix and a life-altering problem. Next, let's talk about a body part you probably think you've got covered, your armpits. For most of us, Armpits are just about sweat and smell, a quick swipe of deodorant before heading to the office or a tailgate party, and we're golden. But brace yourself, because your underarms are far more than a deodorant commercial. They're a hub of lymph nodes, tiny but mighty structures that filter toxins, drain waste, and keep your immune system in fighting shape. Neglect them, and sweat, bacteria, and deodorant residue pile up, clogging pores and triggering itchy rashes, irritation, or even painful infections. Over time, this buildup can inflame lymph nodes, throwing your body's detox system into chaos. Dr. Laura Bennett, a lymphatic health expert, breaks it down. Your armpits are like your body's plumbing. Clog them with gunk, and toxins back up, dragging down your immune system and leaving you vulnerable. Now, let's turn to a body part you take for granted until it betrays you, your nose. You take nearly 20,000 breaths a day, inhaling crisp fall air, the aroma of fresh coffee, or the tang of a summer barbecue. But how clean is the air reaching your lungs? Your nose is a natural air filter, a gatekeeper trapping dust, pollen, and bacteria before they invade your lungs. But like the filter in your home's AC unit, it clogs. Neglect it, and irritants pile up, inflaming your airways, causing stuffy noses, snoring, or restless nights that leave you groggy. Poor nasal hygiene doesn't just ruin your sleep, it reduces oxygen flow to your brain, clouding your thoughts and sapping your energy. Dr. Laura Bennett calls your nose your body's built-in security system. If it's jammed, everything downstream, your lungs, your brain, your energy, suffers. As we age, our natural defenses slow, making nasal care a must, not a maybe. Start your day with a gentle rinse, splash warm water around your nostrils to clear overnight dust and mucus, like wiping fog off a windshield. For a deeper clean, use a saline spray or neti pot. A saline spray is like a refreshing rain for your nose, flushing allergens and opening airways. A neti pot? It's a game changer, especially if allergies or congestion plague you. First-timers describe it as a literal breath of fresh air. Breathe in steam from a warm shower or a bowl of hot water, add a drop of eucalyptus or peppermint oil for a cooling, sinus-opening boost, like a menthol lozenge for your nose. When blowing your nose, go easy. Pinching both nostrils and blasting hard pushes mucus deeper, making things worse. Instead, clear one nostril at a time into a soft tissue, then wash your hands to keep germs at bay. The benefits hit fast and hard: clearer breathing, fewer sniffles, better airflow all day. Sleep becomes deeper, no more waking up stuffy or gasping. Energy spikes, more oxygen to your brain means less fog, more focus, whether you're tackling a crossword or cheering at a Little League game. Allergies? They ease as irritants get flushed before they strike. Take David Martinez, a 70-year-old retired contractor from Arizona. Decades of inhaling sawdust left him with chronic congestion. He thought it was just getting old until he started a daily saline rinse. "It's like someone unlocked my head," he said, grinning. "I can breathe, think, live again." Or Anna Freeman, a 77-year-old gardener from Oregon. She woke up every morning feeling like her head was stuffed with cotton, sluggish and foggy. A saline spray changed everything. "I feel awake, alive," she said, her voice bright. "I didn't know breathing could feel this good." Finally, the most unexpected body part of all, your belly button. It's easy to forget, a tiny nook you barely notice. But this small spot can harbor sweat, dead skin, and bacteria, leading to odor, irritation, or infections that sneak up like a thief. As we age, hormonal shifts and slower skin turnover make cleanliness here non-negotiable. Margaret Sullivan, a 79-year-old retiree from Florida, spent years puzzled by a faint, musty smell. Was it her clothes? Her soap? Her diet? Then she started cleaning her belly button daily with soap and water, drying it thoroughly. The smell disappeared, and her skin felt softer, healthier, like a weight had lifted. In the shower, use a washcloth and mild soap to gently clean the folds of your belly button, like detailing a car's crevices. Dry it completely. Moisture here is a magnet for trouble. Watch for red flags: persistent redness, discharge, itching, or pain, especially if you have a piercing. Old piercings can trap bacteria years later, like a hidden time bomb. For diabetics or those with weaker immune systems, small infections can spiral, so daily care is your armor. The rewards are subtle but powerful: fresher skin, no irritations, and a quiet confidence from feeling truly clean. Margaret was amazed. "It's such a small thing, but I feel whole again," she said, her eyes misty. These 5 habits: tongue scraping, foot care, armpit hygiene, nasal rinsing, and belly button cleaning, aren't just about staying clean. They're about reclaiming your spark, shielding your health, and adding years to your story. They're small acts of rebellion against aging, proof you can thrive, not just survive. Which one hit you hardest? Drop a comment below and tell me which habit you'll try first. If this moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more science-backed ways to live your best life. Thanks for being here. Here's to growing older, bolder, and better. Music fades out, triumphant and uplifting.